So at the time of this recording, Mercury is stationary. And it's been an interesting day the last couple of days for me. So let me explain. And this is just a nice way to look at Mercury retrograding, especially when it's stationary, because things seem to slow down. Now, it could be slowing down and you could feel frustrating, but I want to look at it in this way because, first off, Mercury is our information, our communication. It also represents our siblings. And in the sign of Cancer, that also represents how we feel. It's our history, it's our past, especially our past and our feelings with our family. And so over the last couple of days, especially on Sunday the 28th, I had this conversation with one of my family members about something. And usually our conversations are just quick and short, and we don't go deep about things because pretty much we don't have the patience for it, right? But there are some really important things that we need to work with because, we have a 92-year-old mother. You hear me talk about her regularly in my long-form content. And it was really interesting because I had a question and this person answered it. And then I had a follow-up question, and instead of getting short, we actually had a deeper conversation about a couple of really important estate things, right? And it felt really nice because we went slow, we took our time, and it just happened. It was my intention. It actually wasn't my intention to bring these things up, but I walk in the door and this person brings them up. So I was really happy for that. And so we got through a couple of really important things that just needed a little bit of clarity. Because you know how people talk? People talk. And sometimes you talk so fast, or it's just short conversations, you're not sure what the context of certain things are. So I don't have to get into the details of what that is, I don't think, for you to understand me, where Mercury stationary in Cancer, Mercury, communication, information, siblings, Cancer, family, home, relating to our mother, and the care and the things that she needs, etc., etc., etc. And it just went super well. And that doesn't happen regularly. It doesn't mean we have discord. It just means the deeper conversations that need to happen once in a while, so we're all on the same page, is really, really important. And to me, that recognition and that realization, it didn't occur to me in the moment, but it is right now while I'm recording this, as Mercury is stationary, because it goes stationary retrograde at 1:36 p.m. Eastern time, and it is currently 1:37 p.m. Eastern time on June 29th. And so I just wanted to share that story with you because I just think that's a really important way to look at what Mercury retrograde can do for us. It can do many other things, but this is just a real life, personal example of how Mercury retrograde can work. And so I want you to consider that. Don't always blame it for all of the bad things that happen, because bad stuff happens all the time. It certainly will slow things down. And now I have a job to do based off of the conversation I had with my family member, and I have some research to do and to review some old documents, etc., just to figure out what the truth about something is, and go from there. How appropriate for Mercury in Cancer retrograde. Of course, this happens for me, it happens in house number 3. So actually it's house 4 and 3. Goes back and forth between the two. That's a personal story. But tell me your story. I want to hear about it. I want to hear how these first couple of days of Mercury retrograde has been for you, especially when it comes to how you feel, your emotions, how you feel, any family communications or dynamic in that regard. And it really is an intense period because Jupiter will leave Cancer in just less than a day. And I have all those videos are on my YouTube, on my TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'll be putting this wherever I can as well. So go check all those videos out. So make sure you're subscribed wherever you see this. And the long form content, though, is in my Patreon. The long form content where I go super, super deep into everything is on Patreon, because this is my living. So I got to earn a living somewhere. And so there's that. And then we're in the middle of the full moon as well. The full moon, we're in the gibbous stage while I'm recording this, and the full moon, there's already a video out for that. That will be tonight, just before 8 p.m. Eastern, in the sign of Capricorn, which means if you follow through on taking a step back, slowing down, reevaluating what is showing up in your life right around this station, it's called the station of Mercury as it goes retrograde. The full moon in Capricorn will absolutely give us the ability to feel a little more secure and a little more stable. All right. Doesn't mean you're insecure. It just means whatever the subject matter is, you've now committing to doing some research to make sure I understand things properly. And then I feel much more safe and secure. Okay, well, I think that's it for now. This is a longer, I don't think this will be able to be on Reels, because this is too long for Reels. We'll see where I put it. All right, comment, like, share, and tell me how you're experiencing this Mercury station as well as the full moon. And then tomorrow on the 30th, we have Jupiter entering Leo. I'm going to do a series of videos about that. So keep an eye out for that meeting. Subscribe. Thank you. Bye.